Hello everyone, I'm Jessica Blackbird. Welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe. Well, Amber Heard just does not know when to stop. Hopefully, this appeal that she's filing doesn't help her at all. I hope every shred of evidence comes out so that every time she and Elaine try to say that something wasn't fair and something was done wrong, we can all point to the evidence to show where she was definitely the abuser, and she will finally have to shut up and pay Johnny what she owes him. According to Deadline, Amber Heard launches official appeal of Johnny Depp trial verdict. Pirates star confident in outcome. The court battle between Johnny Depp and Amber Heard looks to be heating up again. Close to 2 months after a Virginia jury handed the ex-Pirates of the Caribbean star a big win in his multi-million-dollar defamation trial against his ex-wife and Rum Diary co-star, Heard on Thursday officially informed the court that she plans to appeal the verdict. Please take notice that defendant and counterclaim plaintiff Amber Laura Heard, pursuant to Rule 5.9 of the Rules of the Supreme Court of Virginia, hereby gives notice of her appeal to the Virginia Court of Appeals from this court's June 24, 2022 final judgment order. The July 13, 2022 order on defendant and counterclaim plaintiff Amber Laura Heard's post-trial motions, and from all additional orders and rulings by the trial court prior to the entry of the final judgment order and post-trial motions order, said the 3-page filing in the Old Dominion. And it's online. You can read it all online. I don't understand all of that, so I'm not going to read the rest of it. At this point, Heard has not paid the $8.3 million bond required under Virginia law for her to conduct an appeal, as Judge Penny Ascarati curtly informed the actress's legal team on June 24th. While that fee will be required down the line, Heard only had to put up only $500 to begin the appeal process today. Heard's team has until September 4th to file their appeal. In that vein, soon after the document from Heard head lawyer Elaine Bredehoft was placed in the court docket today, the Aquaman star PR team put out a supplementary statement. We believe the court made errors that prevented a just and fair verdict consistent with the First Amendment, a spokesperson for Heard told Deadline. We are therefore appealing the verdict. While we realize today's filing will ignite the Twitter bonfires, there are steps we need to take to ensure both fairness and justice. If the rules of the PR game that have been played almost since the moment Depp sued Heard for $50 million in March 2019 over a 2018 Washington Post op-ed, the latter penned on DA, reps for Depp had their own statement at the ready. The jury listened to the extensive evidence presented during the 6-week trial and came to a clear and unanimous verdict that the defendant herself defamed Mr. Depp in multiple instances, a Depp spokesperson said this morning. We remain confident in our case and that this verdict will stand. Today's notice of appeal comes just days after Judge Penny dismissed an ambitious attempt by Heard's team to toss out the $10.3 million award and verdict in Depp's favor and get a new trial. Depp's Brown Rudnick lawyers called the effort baseless and frivolous. Leaning into an example of the wrong person being seated on the 7-person jury, Heard's lawyers came up short on July 13th. The juror was vetted, sat for the entire jury, deliberated, and reached a verdict, said Fairfax County Judge Ascarati, who presided over the 6 week trial that started in mid-April. The only evidence before this court is that this juror and all jurors followed their oaths, the court's instructions, and orders. This court is bound by the competent decision of the jury. On June 1st, an absent Depp was awarded $15 million in damages by the jury in his defamation case. That sum was almost immediately reduced to $10.35 million by Ascarati, in accordance with the state of Virginia's punitive damages limitations. While the jury found almost entirely for Depp in their verdict, they also oddly awarded her $2 million in damages out of her $100 million countersuit. You guys, the $2 million wasn't because Johnny abused her. The $2 million was because his ex-attorney, whose name I keep forgetting, but his ex-attorney said that Amber and her friends planned a hoax the night that they called the police. Those 2 times the police were called, and the first time the police officers saw nothing wrong. And when the second set of cops went in, there was wine spilled and things thrown around. And the friend of hers, her ex-best friend, was said to have been hiding in a closet somewhere by her. The best friend's ex-husband said that. So based on what the ex-husband was saying was going on, he gave a deposition, sworn deposition. And Johnny's ex-lawyer, based on what this man said, and he had personal knowledge, he, deduced that it was a total hoax. So he said that, and because he had been Johnny's lawyer, not even at the time that he said it, they found that it could not be proved that it was a hoax. So, and only because the sworn deposition of the ex-husband was not allowed in the trial for some reason. I guess maybe it was considered hearsay. I don't know. But if that had been allowed in the trial, I really don't think that she would have been awarded a damn thing. Okay, like seriously. Today's notice of appeal doesn't come as much of a surprise as Breda Hoft has said in court and in the media almost from the moment the verdict came down, that her heartbroken client was going to take another kick at the judicial can. Well, I hope that she can it, like my grandmother used to say, because I don't think she's going to win. She can take it back to court. And I hope this time that every single thing that she has done to Johnny comes out in the public, and we can say definitely every time she and her attorneys lie about something, go back and look at this where you said this and you did that, and there are tapes to back it up, you lying abuser. So, like I said before, I'm a woman, but I do not believe that we should believe all women, because women are human beings and we lie about something. I would never lie about something like that. I have told a few white lies, but never to harm someone. And, like, oh, I don't feel well. I don't feel like going, dancing, or I don't feel like going out to dinner, things like that. But in my opinion, she plotted and planned, recorded, put bruises on her face. We saw in the picture where she had the bruise kit, which she mistakenly called it a bruise kit, on the stand in front of her. And those kits, the makeup palette in there is to make bruises, not to cover them up. And then her stupid lawyer, stupid in my opinion, Bredehoff, Elaine, was saying, asking questions. Was she wearing any Amica cream? Was she wearing Amica cream? Well, that cream does help with bruising, but it takes several days or even up to a week to get rid of the bruising. But it really does get rid of it a little bit faster than if you weren't going to use it. And for her to say Amber had a bruise that, morning or the day before, 2 days or even 3 days before, and the Amica cream was covering it, that's why you couldn't see it. Well, that was a big lie. And I wish that someone on Johnny's team would have said Amica cream, and I think I'm saying it wrong, just like she was saying it wrong, but that's what she called it, Amica cream. Amica cream does not cover bruises. It helps and aids in the healing of bruises. That's its function. And I mean, I really wish Elaine would get into some trouble, because this woman lied about a lot of things and she didn't even get a slap on the wrist for it. It just pisses me off how crooked they were in court under oath, and there's nothing being done to them. If it was one of us plain old people out here, we would have had the book thrown at us. Definitely. Anyway, you guys, let me know what you think about her filing for an appeal. And do you think that it'll help her or it'll harm her? Let's talk about it in the comments.